So we're back with a brand new game to check out. This time we're checking out Uno Flex. Now, Uno is a pretty straightforward game. A lot of people know about Uno. It's a game where you're basically placing down numbers that match in actually the number or match in the color, and you keep placing cards until you run out of cards, with the caveat rule of if anyone catches you with one card without saying Uno, you have to draw cards back up. It's very aggressive with the forms of skips and draw twos, as well as wild cards to flip the way the game is played. It's all about trying to get the game to go the way you want. You can lay out as many colors as you have from your hand as possible, and at the end of each round, all the cards in your hand add up to points, and then once someone breaks the line, the person with the least amount of points wins the game. Very straightforward, very basic. Here's where Flex is a little bit different. Flex gives all players a power-up card that specifically is going to allow you to be able to activate special abilities on cards, which is really nice. So you can see here you have your rule sheets here in the box, and then you have your two different sets of cards. A really cool thing I like about this one is that they've taken some consideration to people who are colorblind, and they've actually color-coded the cards to showcase one notch being yellow, two notches being green, three notches being blue, and four notches being red. That way it's a lot easier for people that might have color issues, being able to tell and match the colors just by the notches. So that's a really nice kind of feature. These are the power-up cards in the game. Each player starts with the power-up card in front of them face up. As they use a flex card, they flip it to the X. You cannot use your flexibility again until your ability is reset. Now, how do you reset your flexibility? There are some cards that will automatically force you to flip your card, whether it's green or red, and you have to flip the card when you play them. There are also cards that will cause all players to flip their cards, and then once all players have the red X, all players' abilities reset, like kind of an open fairness type situation, which is really nice. So, hypothetically speaking, I should probably give these a shuffle, because apparently all of the color cards on top. Oof. Okay, so let's start with just 5 cards in our hand. The card is a 5. So on my turn, I can either play this 5, or I can play one of the multitude of cards I have that are all wilds. But if I play this card, the next player would have to play a yellow 5, but you could, however, flip the card and use the other feature of the card, which would be the blue one if you wanted to. When you play a flip card, regardless of whether you're using one side or the other, the card that's going to hold for the continuum of play is the one that's in the center. But you have the alternate option with the flip section of the card. Additionally, some cards have specific abilities. So, for instance, the general version of this card is a +4 card to a player that is next to you, and you can choose the color, but you can flip your ability card to turn it into a targeted 4 cards to a player of your choice, which allows you to single out somebody that might be getting a little bit closer to the end of the game. There are a lot of other kind of special abilities. This one is basically 1 card to everybody instead of basically being the 2 cards. Instead of basically being a skip card, it is a everybody is skipped card, which is really cool. So this is a draw 2, everyone draws, one person draws 2, everyone draws 2. And then they do have the regular draw 2s and regular skips. And again, remember the center is the one that holds to it, so regardless of what you play, that's going to be the effect of it. But again, the gameplay is very identical to Uno. You just have these additional flip features which you can activate with your flip card as long as it's not been flipped at the time. As long as it's green, you can play it. But there are there are some cards that when you play, like say for instance, if you were to play this one, the one automatically flips your card. So if you've got green, it goes red. If you've got red, it goes green. And that's a great way to get your power up back so you can flex other cards to your benefit. Well, hopefully you guys find this interesting. It is a nice, easy and cool way to add a little more additional strategy to the game of Uno and really kind of give this game a lot more options and features. If you guys like this, hope you guys pick this one up, and we'll see you guys next Friday for our next Rants and Review video.